It is another round of accolades and endorsement from indigenes and leaders of the 5 local government areas of Nasarawa Southern Senatorial Zone in the state. Governor Abdullahi Sule had penultimate week visited local governments in the western and northern zone of the state where he was endorsed for a second term by the people. In Away local government, he receives a warm reception from school pupils as he gains entrance into the town. He proceeds to the town hall meeting. Here the people of Away are happy with his giant strides and want him to do more.
Your Excellency, I want to congratulate you for the successes you have garnered during this exercise. You are at the last lap of it, and I can say without any fear of contradiction that this exercise has been a monumental success. And I want to assure you that as you tour my constituency as the last lap of this exercise, we are going to give you the icing in the cake. You have already seen it from our members representing this constituency in the House of Assembly. This position has been reinforced by the member representing this zone in the House of Representatives by endorsing you. What remains is for me, the most senior legislative representative in this zone, to also say, "Aye, we support." And I want to assure you that as far as I'm concerned, 4+4 or 4+8 or 4+ anything, I'm always saying 4 and 4 and 4 as long as the Constitution gives you. Why?
The governor thanked the Away people and promises to return the local government chairman whose tenure has expired as a member of a yet-to-be-constituted transition management committee.
Because of the way the people of Away have to show support to the chairman, looks like this chairman is coming back.
The story is the same in Kiana local government. They are happy with the style of leadership of Governor Sule.
To be a giver, especially our women. We nurtured, we care, we love, with compassion. So Your Excellency, as we are celebrating your 2 years in office today, on behalf of myself and the support of my father, Osana of Kiana, I'll be training Kiana local government indigenes on how to do CPR. And that is cardiopulmonary respiratory, which...
Your Excellency, on behalf of the Kiana youth, we are applauding you for the good work you are doing. We are convinced, we are satisfied with your leadership sprite, your developmental sprite, we are satisfied with it. Your Excellency, you have started work in Nasarawa for the past 2 years, and today you are going to start our own by flagging our road here in Kiana. And that road, as a matter of fact, if flagged up and put in place, it's going to boost our economic potential to the minimum.
The overwhelming support being enjoyed from the taming people of Kiana local government area. I am very happy today. APC as a party, under my leadership style, has made tremendous achievement. As a result of that, some opposition party members across local government have become, finally, including my elder brother Alhaji Abu Abdul Giza and other top APC PDP members.
Obi local government also had the opportunity to host the governor to a town hall meeting. At the meeting, the governor's performance is appraised.
We still have some areas that you can visit and it will make economic of the state as well as the security of the state in a better way. These are areas. I'll be here close to Secretariat to Asake Road. If you can give it attention, I think it will also help us a lot.
Very much for the attention you have given this local government in various ways. Probably the ones not mentioned is concerning the commercial activity and agriculture. Just recently, you have considered Aguatashi for a farm project that is going to cover between Aguatashi, Jangwa, and Adudu area. That project is a milestone for this local government because, not talking about ourselves, elites mostly who are here, but our local people will be engaged in agriculture, create wealth, and be able to enjoy a better life. So we're very grateful for that project.
But security of lives and properties is topmost on the agenda.
Security is the pain of everything. You've been doing so well. And just like our royal father has said, the problems has rose from the border areas, and we in the hinterland have been taking the heat. And emphasis should be how to arrest it. I know that government is really addressing it, and government is on top of that situation.
On top of it all, we know that you have done a lot for us on the issue of security. Security has been an issue that we want to again raise it before His Excellency the Governor, because we know we are passing at a very difficult time, and security becomes a major issue, which we in Obi local government want to bring to your attention for added advantage to guarantee us, our security, sir.
The governor appreciates the people for their loyalty.
And for the people of Obi, please, forget about the part that I decided I wanted to have the little bit of free air to speak. That has not taken me away from Odudu Shote that I am. As far as we are concerned, I'm forever grateful to Osuko for giving me this very important title. In the last few days, there are very, very important titles that I have been given that I'm forever grateful for.
In the local government, the governor is appreciated for empowering the youths.
The entire youth in Doma local government and Waralafa in Nasarawa state, I appreciate your visit to all the local government in the state, particularly in Doma local government. Indeed, the confidence reports in you and the deputy is not a misplaced of priority. Alhamdulillah, Lazi, for giving us such leader with an intellectual quality and professional confidence, the social poise, and the spiritual strength, which are the two employed by man for adaptation to his environment. Your Excellency, sir, apart from your initiative project, you bring back to life some of the project and public utilities in the state. Your Excellency, sir, we are saying thank you.
The good beneficiary which you empowered us last year on the project of system farming, I am here to represent them and to thank you for empowering us, to thank you for engaging us, because they said an idle man is a devil workshop. You deem it fit to empower the youth in Doma local government, and you empower 430 people.
The Doma people also reassured the governor of their unflinching support for his second term bid.
Yes, Excellency, I'm here to assure you that that scenario in 2019 will never happen in Doma local government. Your Excellency, I decamped to APC in 2019. I did that in the interest of the progress and development of Doma.
It is not just by mere talking. Our support will be by action. As we gather here and resolve to support Sule, I want to challenge every one of us to be sincere and honest and start the project today. We're talking about 4+4. You don't just say 4 today and wait until when the schedule for elections come. Our 4+4 starts right here.
The governor is given a rousing welcome by students of Government Science Secondary School, Lafia. He is here to inaugurate the remodeled structures of the school, sponsored by Keystone Bank. Governor Sule also inaugurated the Shinge Abattoir Kilema Road and Airport Bypass Road in Lafia.
The 26th day of May, Wednesday, I, Mohammed Ibrahim Al-Tali Barista, move that the entire people of Lafia local government endorses Engineer Abdullah Sule for the second time in office, counting from 2023 to 2027.
Leaders of Lafia local government scored the governor high on his developmental strides.
We are plenty here to tell our governor thank you for what he has done for us and what he is going to do for us for the remaining 2 years ahead.
You went on each month that even with the brother keeper, the salaries could not be afforded. You still went on augmenting salary from the coffers of state governments to see that salaries are being paid 100%.
Empowerment. In fact, women, the first thing he did on assumption of office, barely 24 hours, was the empowerment of women. And he has not stopped since then. Continuously, he has given us finances to continue to offer solutions, to develop women, to empower women, so that their social status, economically, politically, will be uplifted.
Election in 2023 will even be easier than how it was in 2019 because then he wasn't in power, we've not seen, but now we've seen what he have done and what he can do. So it's very easy for him to come back.
It is 2 years already since Governor Abdullah Sule took oath of office to become the 4th executive governor of Nasarawa State since its creation in 1996. On assumption of office, the governor hinged his administration's focus on agriculture, industrialization, revenue generation, infrastructure, among others. This he worked tirelessly to bring to fruition in the state. On his 2-year anniversary statewide broadcast, the governor outlined the achievements of his administration in the last 2 years. On industrialization, the governor has in the last 2 years attracted lots of investors to the state. This ranges from the Dangote Sugar Refinery in Awe, the Asma Rice Farm in Umuahia Total Local Government, among many others. Only recently, the governor signed a memorandum of understanding with Flour Mills of Nigeria to take over 2,450 hectares of land for the production of sugar. The company is investing the sum of $300 million on the project. These industries would surely bring about development to the host communities, generate employment, and boost the internally generated revenue of the state.
When there is a complex like this, 30% of the complex, not even employment, 30% of the complex must be given to the indigenous people as outgrower scheme, which means the land will be given to them, fertilizer will be given to them, chemicals will be given to them, they will provide the equipment to do actually their canals, they will do their irrigation system, they will do all that. So if we are going to have addition with the kind of technology that they are bringing from flour mills, with 400,000 from Dangote, roughly not less than 150 to 200,000 from here.
The governor has also kept to his words in the aspect of agricultural development. About a month ago, the governor flagged up the sales of fertilizers and farm inputs to farmers at a subsidized rate. This is aimed at boosting the yields of farmers to ensure food security and food sufficiency in the state. The governor has also encouraged rice and cassava production through the Value Chain Development Program. The governor recently inaugurated some stores and water projects executed by the Value Chain Development Program across the state. This would assist the farmers to produce and market their finished goods.
Commend the federal government of Nigeria and the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, for this laudable initiative which is aimed at reducing poverty, ensure food security, increase small-scale farmers' income, enhancing processing and marketing of rice and cassava, as well as promoting accelerated economic growth and sustainable development. Let me express our profound appreciation to IFAD and Federal Government of Nigeria Value Chain Development Program for the choice of Nasarawa State to host this all-important event. This is based on the fact that Nasarawa State is one of the beneficiaries of the additional financing program. As you are aware, the Value Chain Development Program is the initiative of the Federal Government of Nigeria, which is geared towards diversifying the economy as an alternative source for revenue.
In December 2020, the governor signed into law the Nasarawa State Revenue Harmonization and Administration Law. This is aimed at having a single system of revenue generation for both state and local governments. The move is geared towards blocking leakages and boosting the revenue profile of the state.
Nasarawa has joined the League of Transparent and Accountable States in the Federation. By signing this bill, it has qualified Nasarawa State, even at the World Bank level, that we are a very serious state, we are accountable, we are transparent.
The governor has also embarked on a lot of infrastructural projects in the state that have direct bearing on the lives of the common people. On road construction, the governor has inaugurated the Sisimbaki-Kwara Road in Wamba, the Shinge Abattoir Klema Road in Lafia, Amakura Street in Lafia, construction of the Maraba Udigi Road, flag off of the Gudi Maro Road, among others.
It is imperative to state that this administration remains resolute in its commitment to open all our rural areas for enhanced economic activities. In this regard, we have constructed the Jangwa Ribi, Agwade Shupe Atabula Obi, Shabu, Doka, Aruba Alakio, Kanje Abuni, and Kagu Wana roads.
The governor is also constructing bus terminals in Cairo and Lafayette metropolis. This is a traffic gridlock, especially along the Cairo-Abuja highway.
The transport sector with adequate infrastructure is capable of galvanizing the socio-economic development of the state. It is for this reason that we are constructing the Cairo bus terminal owing to the undeniable growth potentials abound in the area and its proximity to the Federal Capital Territory, as well as its advantage in linking many major cities of northern and southern parts of the country. As you are aware, significant Abuja workforce actually reside in Cairo, with a high rate of increase annually. For this reason, we prioritize the construction of the Cairo bus terminal to boost economic activities in this area.
Governor Sule has also been proactive in the aspect of security, especially at this period that the country is facing major security challenges. On assumption of office, his first assignment was to hold a security meeting with his Benue State counterpart, Samuel Tom, to find lasting solutions to the incessant farmers and herders clashes in both states. This protests his administration's determination to have a peaceful state.
Security challenges bordering on farmers-herders crisis, kidnapping, and other sundry crimes had been reduced significantly. Through sustained collaboration and synergy with the government of other states, we have been able to reduce border conflicts and skirmishes drastically. Similarly, our proximity to the federal capital has also attracted the establishment of super camps at Kenyehu and Udege in Toto and Nasarawa local government areas of the state, as well as the 4 special forces in Doma, police, military, mobile police squadrons, as well as police training college in Nasarawa Igon towards the security of our people.
Some leaders of the state scored the governor high in his first 2 years in office.
So, of course, it will never be enough. No government will be able to satisfy the citizens or indigenes of its state. But be it as it may, the 2 years so far should and need to be commended because quite a lot have been done.
I see Nasarawa State indigenes, especially the youth, getting jobs from the flour mills of Nigeria. I see youths from Nasarawa State getting jobs from Dangote Sugar Refinery. So, His Excellency the Governor has done excellently well.
When you see some of the major steps he has taken so far, there are steps that are geared towards creating opportunities for young persons in the state to create jobs around. And for us as a people, that is what we need at the moment. It is the only antidote to this crisis that we are continuing to have in the nation. This is because once people effectively engage themselves in doing productive activities on a daily basis, that will go a long way to reduce insecurity in our nation.
They also endorsed him for a second term in office as a result of his performance.
And that is why I can preach to the electors of Nasarawa State to give him another chance after the second year, after the remaining 2 years, to come and do another 4 years, because this man has the passion and compassion to always move the state forward above his own personal interest. So this is the kind of governor we want in Nasarawa State.
It's 2 years already into the Abdullahi Sule's led administration, and today we have with us Dr. Dominic Bako, the Director General Bureau for Public Procurement in Nasarawa State, to give us an assessment of the activities of the government in the last 2 years. It's nice having you in our program, Doctor.
Welcome.
All right, the government seems to have made some landmark achievements in terms of security. What would you say about these achievements, Honorable?
Well, first and foremost, let me sincerely at least congratulate His Excellency for the attainment of this milestone, the second anniversary. And you can see glaringly it is a thing of joy, a thing of excitement. And I'm happy you have been part of the system for quite a long time. On the aspect of for security across the state, when you compare with what really transpired over the past, it's actually, it has stabilized very, very well. If you discovered some years back, people found it very difficult to go to farmlands, even behind their domain because of the high level of insecurity, killings here and there, and the issue of farmers, Fulani at least crisis here and there, and community versus community here and there. And the whole place was full of tension everywhere. People are not actually free to move about, let alone even to go to their farmlands. But today it is a thing of joy. You see people, have just toured, across the state, and people are so excited. Farmers are now busy, tilting their farmlands. Now with the rains around the corner, that is the most important thing to any leader. Once there is no peace, once there is no security, there's nothing you can actually accomplish.
You talked about the tour that was embarked upon by the governor across the 13 local governments of the state. Some of us were part of the tour and we saw projects that were inaugurated by the governor. How transparent and open these processes are, given the fact that you are in charge of the Bureau for Public Procurement?
You see, you are one of the measures that His Excellency actually put in place. The issue of the establishment of the Bureau of Public Procurement in the state is just one out of several other ones. The next documents, a lot of them, and even the SIFTAs, that it's a global practice now. Maybe perhaps because we are lucky, he's actually from a private sector background. He's very exposed. He's an international player, coming from private sector, and he knows what it means at least to do things rightly. And even for him to have at least instituted this law in place, it tells you that this is actually a leader indeed. And leadership is all about inclusiveness, it's about transparency, it's about a person who is focused, who is open. And that's what you can see clearly, unlike the past. I think it is some people are so surprised. For a governor, just like football, after the first half, he said, look, the people that gave him the mandate, assess me. That's what he went around, subjecting himself to the electorate, which means that he's not actually here on his own. It's actually a kind of decision that was actually given to him. And he's now trying to at least showcase himself to let, okay, I have gone halfway, assess me. And when you look at the tour, it's not just about APC. It's talking about governance. So everybody is inclusive, whether it's AFGA, whether it's PDP, whether it's APC or whatever. irrespective of communities and religion, whatever thing.
What would you say about the relationship of the government with the workforce in the states?
Of course, it's cordial, but at least I'm a labor man too, you need to know. And which we have been trying as much as possible to advance him. He has put in, I think, his best. There were some, at least areas he met on ground. And he's trying his possible best to see how he can at least offset them. And he's also making some effort to see how most of this casual staff can actually be addressed. This issue of casualty is no longer in labor law. But the fact is that, as a leader, which he's striving to do, the issue of workers, whatever you do take, the salary of workers is very important, and pension. The pension that is paid, salaries of political office holders, salaries of at least civil servants. Once it is paid, that is the amount that really circulates, that grows our GDP. And so that is what he's striving to ensure, that he doesn't have any areas of any salary. But the problem that he has is actually the issue of local government. There have been a lot of abuse, a lot of excesses. And he is not comfortable. That's why he's trying to humanly possible to see that sometimes he augments at least their allocation. Because what they take is hardly at least sufficient to pay salaries. And that has been a burden to him. And he kept on saying, look, I'm coming from the private sector. I have never been owed any areas of salary or whatever. And so it's not actually in his character to see that maybe civil servants that work in 30 days, then they are not paid. And that's what he's striving with the special grace of God, at least to overcome it.
Okay, can you tell us a little about his anti-corruption stand?
Well, you know how the governor is, just as I told you. He's from the private sector. They are conscious of their balance sheet. They are conscious of their profit and loss accounts and so on. Unlike in the public service, look at it, government in the public sector look at it as normal business. Unlike places like Lagos, in Lagos, they have privatized even the issue of the public service now. Not that maybe you just come anytime, whether you come on a salary at the end of the month, you start that, no. And he's so passionate about it. And that's why for every contract, he subdues it, I think, to the issue of due process, to ensure that the procedures and the processes are complied with. No matter your status now, no matter your status, every mail, every contract, he subjects it to this office to ensure that the processes are complied with. So at any given, anybody who comes, the records are there to speak for itself.
All right, thank you very much for your time, Dr. Zomi Bako, Director General, Bureau of Public Procurement in Nasarawa State.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.